bunnies. Thanks for waiting. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. It's a bit vibey in here. I'm late again. I don't know what to tell you. Hi. We did it though. We're alive. My monitor decided to stop working today. I had to turn it off and on and then it worked again. I thought maybe my cable just like died or something, but nope. I love electronics. Sometimes you just gotta turn it off and on again, and then life's good. Woohoo! All right, we are gonna do some comfy, cozy coding today, and yeah, that's the plan. Hi Shader, hi Ren, hi Nathan, hi Pythonic, hi Buraxon, hi North, hi Bog, hi Lath, hi Lord, hi Aerodynamic, Jojo, Sphere, Schultz. What's up? What's up, everyone? Hi, Wassair, William. What's the most best/fun project you have done so far? Honestly, I feel like for the last few years, I've been given my all to the charm stuff. So this will kind of be the first ones in a little while where I'm greenfielding it. Tech is so great. I know. I love when things break and have you tried turning it off and on again? I'm like, okay, I guess I'll take it. Also, Nathan, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Thank you. I believe I was offline when you subbed, so thank you. Hi, Speeches. How's it going? Hi, Caudric. Catradora. Pingu. Leon. Trax. What's up? What's up, everyone? Wow. Hey, long time listener, first time caller. I feel like I'm on a radio show. Hello. I put too much salt on my eggs. They're like the pre-boiled eggs. And it's okay. Yeah, sometimes you need it. I think I needed it today. I think that's why it happened that way. I am one day gonna not sit like a shrimp. I don't think today's the day though. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's today. Why music stop playing forever? Every time. I hate it. Okay. I think problem solved. Alrighty, we're just gonna chill. We're just vibing. I'm gonna work on this project a little bit. And I have my awesome keyboard. Hold on. I think, okay, you guys, hear me out. So we did the whole switch test yesterday. The 2 final contenders were the Baby Raccoon switches and the Kali Midnight Pros. I think they're both Gatorion Raccoon, Baby Raccoon, and the Kali Pro Midnight are like the silent ones. So we'll see. I think we're gonna have to sound test them on a real keyboard. We'll see. What was the name of the switch tester you had last stream? I'm trying to find one like it. That one was specifically the Keychron one. Hold on. Let me find I'm gonna give you through my affiliate link so that they know that I sent you. Let's see. It was like their 100 switch tester. Oh, 100 max. 100 max. Heck yeah. I have a weird feeling about your font. I don't know if I like it. I love the Terminus Nerd font. It reminds me of a Pokemon game. You can't tell me that this does not remind you of playing Pokemon. That is the switch tester. And I don't know if that like, I don't know. Maybe I need to do ref bash bunny. I don't really know how affiliate stuff works. Maybe TBH. Okay, wait, use this one. Wait, click this one. Wait, click that one. I think click the second link. All right. I thought you said we were going to work on Blossom. We are working on Blossom. This is Blossom. Hello? Did you ever try split keyboard? I have a Dactyl Manuform that I never use. I think I need something a bit more normie. I need a middle ground. So I think I need a normie one as a gateway into split keyboards. So I think I might see if I can try the Keychron, the Q11 one, and then we'll see how we go. What is Blossom? I have it in the YouTube description, not the Twitch one. For once, Twitch chat taking the L. Here, let me do a little copy. Oh wait, I don't know what. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Hold on. My show is on. Hi, Rads. Hello, hello. All right, commands add Blossom. There we go. Sick. Now you all know. Oh, and I guess I can update the title a little bit. Just a little. Yeah, this music, this audio player is just as reliable as my current connection to my external monitor. It's sick. That's a W. I love Pokemon. See? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People out here trying to fight my font. I don't think you win that. Any plans to stream late, aka early for GMT plus 6:30? Ooh. Not right now. I might do some maybe I need to fix my schedule. I need to get back on my DGen schedule. So I gotta fix that. And then once I fix that, then we can maybe do multiple streams. I started writing a to-do yesterday and I forgot what it was. Create temp example, can be opened in an editor. Yeah, whatever. I think I want this to returns the file path. So I think I'm gonna get it to create example, right? Example config. Okay, wait, hold on. Actually, you know what? I don't need to open. This music is not vibing with me. Why do I have you start? I don't like you. We're going to classical music. We need that. Hello, Bash. Are you from the States? No, I'm Canadian. How much do you think a senior dev / architect should earn there? Ooh, I feel like your best bet is going to be through online inquiries. Probably not me. Because I feel like I would be just one opinion. It's a bit hard to convince clients to get paid a similar number as Americans. I do think that might be tricky if you're a contractor. I feel like if you were a full-time employee, that'd be a bit different. Because there'd be a certain amount of they have a certain obligation to keep things a bit more balanced. You know what I mean? Like if the pay gap is too crazy between employees, that could be a problem. But there's no pressure for that with contracts. Hey, I'm also a contractor. Wait, Muzz might be able to help. Muzz, tell him. Do you play Pokemon Legends ZA as well, or do you just play Unite? Pretty much just Unite. I'm hard stuck on Unite. I'm hard stuck solo queuing Unite forever. Okay, I will have you know, 2,000. Congrats on not dodging the sub. You lose that dodge, but enjoy your sub perks. I was so close to reading that username. Naughty chat, okay? Very naughty chat. God. Silly. Okay, so this returns the config. It creates a path. Create. Oh, okay, yeah. And then where's my, where do I have config.yaml? I can't type. File path. Oh God, it's too zoomed in for me to, creating. All right, it's too zoomed in for me to, oh wait, this is not config path. Okay, I need to get the config file when I create a new config. Bookmark. Okay, wait. Loading config file. What are your thoughts on remote work in Canada? Asking as a fellow Canadian. So I'm in a bit of a weird situation because my majority of my professional network is in America. So I've for any software dev opportunities and stuff, they've all been for American companies. So it's kind of a funky time. Like typically the company will do will have a third party operating entity in Canada and or put me as a contractor is usually the play. Personally, my preference is that they use a third party operating entity in Canada because it makes it so much easier for taxes and stuff. Then you're considered an employee by this third party and they are a client. They have your actual company that you work for as a client kind of thing. I never really understood what your job is. So I quit my job. So now this is me. You're my boss. But at my previous job, it was a whole thing. So I was basically helping maintain our open source stuff. So I was the main metric for success for me, for my role was community happiness, community engagement. And because I thought I figured open source is a really big part of, I think, of the company and the community. So I basically would review a bunch of PRs, help fix issues, help do all that stuff, maintain a lot of the open source stuff that weren't directly the current monetization path or whatever, right? So I got to work on just whatever projects. I really like playing support role with colleagues. So for example, I really liked I like working collaboratively. So I really liked being able to review my colleagues' PRs and unblock them, thoroughly test things, make sure that everything is working properly, try and break things before releases, that kind of stuff. And then I was also doing a lot of the marketing side of things. So I would try and keep an eye on everything that was happening in the community, be able to highlight things that were kind of not quite mission critical, but prioritize things, prioritize some of the issues that were being brought to our attention through the community, bring all of that stuff up in dev meetings. And then, kind of help triage things as well. And then also create content that was relevant based on all of the things that all the feedback and everything that I was hearing in the community. So it was kind of I was the keeping track of how the community was doing and feeling whatever, and then translating that into open source needs and content and stuff for both marketing and for to breathe life into the community. So it's kind of an interesting, I was doing DevRel, but I had a bit of a different, I don't know. So DevRel is kind of a weird job title because I feel it's done very differently at every company. So it's hard to streamline what it's considered, but I'd say mine kind of fell into, I was developer advocate on the side that I created a lot of content and corresponded with community so heavily. But then I was also a software developer because I was maintaining a lot of our open source stuff. And also supporting my colleagues and stuff with any of their changes and whatnot. And then also having a pretty big, and then I don't know if it falls into developer advocate or I think it's probably falls into developer advocate more than software development, but in the dev meetings I would be the one to bring up different issues. And then it's also kind of product owner, product manager, whatever, of kind of looking at the state of the different projects and then what are there any changes that need to happen here? Is it a priority? How do we want this project to be long-term? All that stuff. So it's kind of like a weird, yeah. So it's kind of like like I feel like I had an interesting blend because I know that a lot of, like, I feel like I did a lot of like product stuff, you know, like I was a lot of like PM stuff or product owner stuff beyond the typical like DevRel stuff. But then also for Dev Advocate on that side as well, I got to like create like different examples for usage and stuff. Again, seeing if the community was having trouble with a specific like library, and like figuring out how to get started with that. Then I would create an example for usage and stuff and then make it into a video and stuff as well. It's a lot of hats. Yeah. I like having my hands in a lot of pies. I like the challenge, because it would be a lot of like creative challenge, because I was doing a lot of the, like for all the videos and stuff, I was doing all of the like scripting, video editing, concepts, like ideas, and all of the graphics and everything for the videos. So that was like very much a very creative and very like fun, kind of like more artistic side of the thing. And then also I could do that for a little bit and then switch over and work on like some different open source issues and do some coding and stuff. So it's kind of fun to like jump around back and forth. But it's an interesting, you have to like kind of strike the balance as well of like, if you switch around too frequently, it can like, your brain explodes. Santos, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, I'm playing my flute and thinking about code. I hope my dad doesn't catch me jumping on his bed. What does that mean? Tell us more about your uni experience. How active were you? Did you lean towards specific courses? I really liked the programming courses. Those ones were my favorite. Like, math was always really hard in university. But math is one of those things where like it's difficult, but then I'm like, but I like the challenge. I'm like, I don't feel like I have to, like, I feel like math has never been, honestly, I feel like I should have gotten tutoring or something for math. Yeah, like at a younger age. I think that would have been helpful, because I feel like I never quite got the right perspective on how to, because I'm a very visual person, a very like visual learner. And I feel like it wasn't until some of my university classes that I got a teacher that was able to break down math problems in a more visual kind of way. And that helped me a lot. I became a lot better at math after I understood that. But it was kind of one of those things. Math was always a challenging thing for me, but like very fun, you know? I would definitely lean towards just like the programming courses. I would say logic was a bit, I don't know. Yeah, math. Logic was a bit tricky to like wrap my head around at first. And then I don't know if I would say how active were you? I would say not very active, in the sense that I was always very engaged in my classes, but I always worked while I was in school. So I kind of had this like divide of, I didn't really get to be part of many clubs or anything like that, because my time was so maxed out. So I would basically I would pretty much like, when I'd finish my lectures and then go straight to work until like, cause I was working in like restaurant industry kind of thing at the time. So I'd work in the evenings. It was very difficult. Like, it's very hard, especially for a CS degree, to like work, I feel like, while you're in uni. And then at one point I was working in tech while in university. I was able to I started cold reaching out to different like people in the tech scene in my city, like different either like software developers or like founders that had a background, like people that I knew that were like kind of like where I knew that we had like at least one person in common or whatever. But I was just reaching out to random people being like, hey, could we have a coffee chat? I'm trying to figure out how to like break into the industry, blah, blah, blah. And then it did end up getting me an internship. Worked since year one. Yeah. Yep. Sure did. Yeah, I think, I didn't end up finishing my undergrad because I was, during my degree, I got like full-time job offers for software development through like Twitch streaming. And then so I was like, okay, I mean, I did try to do both, like to finish my degree while working full-time as a dev, but it's full-time work as a dev is already like well beyond like 40 hours a week. I feel like you end up, at least I ended up doing a lot of like extra work or like skill development, whatever, in the evenings. And it was just, or like before, and it was just too difficult to do both. Yeah. And then I don't know. It's kind of one of those things too, where like, because I was working in the tech industry for like long enough now that it's like, it's almost equivalent to or like in terms of actual years, like I've worked in the tech industry for more than 4 years, but, yeah. Since when are you streaming? I started streaming in 2021. Yeah, so it's been a weird, I feel like I've had probably the most unconventional path possible. Maybe not the most, because I know a lot of girls, most of the girls that I know that now work as software developers had very unconventional ways of getting into the industry. Like a lot of them don't have CS degrees. You know, they have like a degree in something else and then pivoted into software. An interesting path, not gonna lie. It honestly, I look back sometimes and I'm like, how did I meet? Like, it's crazy to me. Like, getting my foot in the door with an internship was literally me cold reaching out to random people that were in the industry and being like, "Hi, I'm trying to figure out how to break into the industry. Could you spare 20 minutes to talk over coffee or something?" And so I can ask questions. Because I didn't know anybody. I had no contacts or like people that I knew that did software that were in tech at all. Like I didn't grow up with knowing people that were in the industry at all. So I had like no connections or people I could ask questions to. So I would just I was like cold DMing people, cold reaching out. It's anecdotal, yeah. So working on the config, I see. Yeah, I haven't changed. I didn't do much. I didn't do much since yesterday. I didn't touch it since yesterday. I rarely see girls survive a college program. There are always a bunch of freshmen, and then they disappear for a variety of reasons. So it makes sense more of those in the field didn't pipeline that way. I will say, okay, so my first year of university it was really shitty being a girl in that program. Honestly, because I was one of 3 girls in a lecture hall of like 300 people, at most 3 girls. And then it's like, okay, well, if you're not friends, like if you don't like get along, you know, it's like you have 3, okay, I have 3 choice of friends. No, I'm just kidding. But like it's like, then you make friends and then sometimes I don't know, sometimes it can be weird where like, especially in that degree, it's a very competitive program. And so it's also very like, sometimes it's like the bros are trying to, I don't know if they're trying to like impress you or something. And they'll be like, "Oh, that was so easy." And that was so like, "Oh, this is so blah, blah, blah." And making it like as if we're not all struggling in the very challenging CS program. It can, I don't know. It felt like I felt very isolated. And then sometimes it would be like, it would lead to like some kind of awkward, uncomfortable situations where, yeah, it could lead to some like weird, uncomfortable situations as well of like, yo, I'm just trying to learn. I'm just trying to study. I had somebody in one of my classes tell their girlfriend that they were sleeping with me. Like I never spoke to this person in my life. I think they overheard my name in a lab, and the girlfriend messaged me on Facebook and was like, "Hi, I'm so and so's girlfriend." Blah blah blah, and I was just like, I don't know this person. I've never seen this person in my life. Or like, I was not that I've never seen them in my life. I was like, I maybe vaguely recognize them from one of my classes, but like, I've never spoken to them. Anyway, yeah, it gets a little weird. It got a little weird, and I felt so isolated in my program. And I think as we all know, I think the stronger the community that you have, the more you're able to like immerse yourself in the craft. And I feel like being so isolated and like lacking the confidence, because it was also my first time coding, and a lot of people in my program had already been coding since they were like kids or teenagers or whatever. I was very intimidated, and I felt super isolated and super like, yeah, it was like really hard for me to get that kind of like immersive experience, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it was not an academic issue. It was always weird stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. I think honestly, like the academic side, like the only time that I ever like struggled with the academics was like when it would be like like self-induced kind of like stress or anxiety, because I was feeling so alone. Because I was feeling so like, oh, it's only hard for me, which is not true. Okay. If you're in CS program, it's hard for everyone, whether they say it or not, you know, it's like, it's okay it's just hard. Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. I love being isolated in coding. Yeah, but I feel like it's different. If you're isolated when you want to be part of it, is a bit different. But yeah. Yeah. So that was my university experience. But I did eventually like get a better experience, but it'd be weird. I don't know. I hope you have real friends now so you don't feel isolated. Yeah. It's totally different now, but I think like my first year of CS, that was my experience, and it was a little rough, but we persevered. We persevered. Yeah, because I think also girls like connect differently. It's just because girls, I feel like if there were girls in my class, like in my math class, for example, I met one of my best friends, and her and we would be like, this is so hard, but then actually still do it, you know? But then I'd try and do that with like the CS bros. Be like, this is really hard. And they're like, actually, maybe you're just dumb because it's easy. And I'm like, this is not easy, you ah. You know, I was like, I need my girls, please. I need them. I need it. All right. Alrighty. Load up the existing files. Right. I am going to do a little split pane here because I'm also trying to remember. I think it was something temp. Right, example config temp. This is my little temp example. When it writes a config, it just creates... it creates a default config file. Oh, it creates a default config. Yeah, my electrical engineering had those dudes who said, everything is easy, you're just dumb. They exist everywhere. Yeah, for real. Quasrich, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, anyway. Yeah. Anyway, y'all asked, and now you're sorry you asked. You're like, I learned too much. I actually didn't want to know to this extent. Bash trauma dumping her university experience. Okay, so this is, I don't know why this is also, wait, right. Oh, it does right. Config.write. Marshal the config. Right, so this is wrong. Because this is trying to write it to a YAML file, but it doesn't actually have like the config. This should be writing to like, the path should be the actual path to the config file. All right. Are you going to, oh, right, frick, I forgot about go embed. That's what I was, yeah, hold on. We'll look it up. I forgot. It seems hard until you know it, I guess. Yeah, I think it's one of those things with like coding, especially things, it's like it clicks at one point and then you're like, oh, how did I not notice it? You know, how did I not know this? Yes. Okay, to use go embed, import the embed package and place go embed directive. Directive supports 3 main variable types. It's a compiler directive that allows you to embed files and directories into your Go binary at compile time. This eliminates the need for external file handling. Why do I keep disconnecting my mouse? Okay, go embed hello.txt. Embedding a file into a string. Oh. Can you do... How did I not notice / why did I do it this way are very common dev questions. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I was sure you did set the path to be the path of file yesterday. I know. You know what? I keep doing this. This is why I comment. I have to have all the comments because otherwise I'm like, I don't know. I forget. Did you get the framework laptop? This is, yeah, we're actually on the framework laptop right now. That's the computer that you guys are seeing. It's good. It's good. I got the upgraded screen. I'm waiting to hear back. I've been having some issues with the, well, a very minor issue with the screen, which is where when it goes to sleep, I can't get it to, it goes black and then like never recovers. Like I can never get it to turn back on. So you have to like restart the computer. And apparently this is a thing that other people have experienced as well. And I'm waiting to hear back from them, from the company to see what to see for a solution. I will say outside of that, it's been absolutely amazing. I thought you streamed from a Mac. Yeah. So I have, I think it is a Linux issue. I have a dual PC setup. So I have my Mac is my stream PC right now. So it's what's actually running OBS. And then all my coding stuff and the screen that's being shared is on the framework. Some kind of a Linux firmware issue, very common with laptops and Linux. Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's anything crazy. All right. This embeds the config.file and the config data variable. Okay, wait, go embed YAML into struct. If I have YAML, I feel like if I have... this is not... Let's look at the embed package. Let's read a bit. We gotta read. Oh no, RIP. Okay, you can use that to initialize a variable of type string, byte, or FS. What is this? A read-only collection of files. Oh, so it could be a file, like it can be a file type. We'll ask AI because it'll have context of my project. No. And we're gonna go into Blossom. Yes. Okay. It used to happen with my favorite 13. It was a software thing. A later kernel and package updates solve it for me. Yeah, it's kind of something I saw a lot of people talking about it online. I think it's is there? Wait, hold on, hold that thought. Okay. I was saying, I think you still need to parse the embedded data. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. This one's terminus. Oh wait, this one I don't know. I don't actually know what my default font is right now for Kitty. I don't think it's the same as my usual. I can't tell. TBH. Double the in the prompt is okay. They figured it out. No. I don't want you to change anything. I don't want tool calls. Just answer, okay. Don't change any files. Just explain it to me. We are trying the Copilot CLI. I've been given free usage. Free reign. We go crazy. We go wild. Okay. To load a default.yaml file into a byte slice. YAML on Marshall default config bytes. Oh, interesting. Oh. Okay, this is a good idea. Yeah, it sounds like it. So you have a byte. It basically embeds the contents of the default.yaml file into a byte array, and then, or a slice, I guess. And then you can check if they're like, yeah, if you want to load the default config, then you basically just treat it as if you're opening the file, like the same thing where you have to do the YAML on Marshall and it'll unmarshall it into the struct. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So I can find the default config. Right, default config. Okay. So I think what I could actually do, it was saying having the default config var that has go embed default.yaml. And we'll move where this is in a sec. We'll make it less messy, but I know that I gotta clean this up. So then I don't need to do that. I don't need to do this. Hold on. Let me, do I do a whip commit? I'm gonna do, yeah, no, you know what? It's fine. Fuck it. We delete everything. No existing config file found. I don't think I need to, right, example config. I'll just add it to do. I'm not that brave. Okay. Do we want to... an existing or write a default config file? I mean, we do want to do that. I just don't know if this is even used anywhere, to be honest. Load config. Okay, it is used. File doesn't exist, use default config. Where else are you used? This can definitely be deleted. We can just do go embed. Hi, Oetsy. How's it going? How's it going? Default path. We'll do default config, I think here. Okay. Oh, go embed. Oh, I see. Okay, so this has to be that. Right? Must import embed. Hold on. Oh, I see. Import that. Something. Pattern, no matching. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. So I think I just create a, we'll just create a, actually, you know what? I keep forgetting that you guys, it's not helpful for you when I do the split screens. Hacking, per usual, hacking around and life. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. We are, my new goal for 2026 is stop worrying about the quality of the code while you're writing it. Just I want to ship as many projects and just expect, like, just make them shitty if it has to be, you know? Like, don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just don't think, just ship. It's the plan. Because I need to learn more. I want to learn more. I need to, like, be less afraid of doing greenfield projects. I don't know what kind of psychological block I got on myself, but I think I got a little bit of perfectionism leaking in, trickling in, and we're not about it. We're not going to let it. I can feel that it's, I know that it's, like, limiting me right now, is, like, overthinking the structure of the projects and stuff, like, while I'm writing it, and then I'm not finishing anything. Yeah. Cozy code with me. You weren't lying. Cool. My fave show started. Let's go, Ro. Let's go. We are doing cozy coding. That's literally me. It's the right energy to have, I think, for this year. Okay, so we have path. But okay, hear me out. I have, you know what? I'm not even gonna say, I was gonna say I have a potentially stupid question, but whatever. You know what? Can I want to, like, create, can I create a config.yaml file that, a default, okay, file sets the paths based on the current operating system. Because I do have this, like XTG. I'm like, this is, you know what? That's really all of us except Prime. I feel like there's a lot of people that are, the people that are shipping are the ones who are not worried so much about it. Because they're like, oh, I can reread it anytime. Can you share the playlist? I actually, like, I can't because it's just stuff from the YouTube audio library. I can share the link to their YouTube channel, I think. Hold on. This one is Joseph SUK Serenade OP6. A Far Cry is the YouTube channel. I gotta mute it. Do I gotta mute it? I gotta mute it. Like, this is the YouTube channel. They do classical music. I stopped caring about code quality because everyone ships now AI slop. Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on. Can you create a script that'll take your weather back? I'm not really prepared for weather that's cold below freezing. Sorry. Like, the Canadian weather is, they're taking over. That's a good resolution. I'm going to not worry about my bad code too. Yeah. I think just ship it. Just do it. Make it good later. Make it good when you're puttering around and you don't want responsibilities. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want to ship a new feature because that means I have to check that it works and blah 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 blah. I don't want to do that. I just want to tinker around. And honestly, you learn a lot from foot guns. I'll say it right now. Write your do with a standard placeholder. Okay. This goes file APIs don't automatically expand that. You need a helper function to run after unmarshalling. Oh, interesting. And bakes the file contents into binary at compile times. The YAML can't execute logic. Oh my God. Why are my eyes are feeling strained already. What am I doing? Am I not blinking? What's wrong with me? Yeah, you know what, John? So John is saying, except that the first version of anything is going to be a complete pile of burp. Wait, I have a... Hold on. Wait, where is it? Oh, wait, I have it. I have an effect for this. Okay, except that the first version of anything is going to be a complete pile of... Did it work? Did it censor me? Or I guess I could have not said anything. I still swore. I didn't need to. But you're right. I think it holds a lot of people back. I think it holds a lot of people back from starting when they think that they have to do it perfect the first time. And the best thing that I've learned from most of anything is that no matter what, you're going to look back and be embarrassed. So just do it anyway. I've been a developer since 1996, spent a number of years as a computing lecturer too. Let's go. Okay, we can trust John. We can trust John's advice. All right, hold on. I gotta eat my eggs. I saw that you swore. I was just waiting for the beat to not happen, but it I know. What are the actual features? Features, RSS feed creation, create and edit posts, write posts as markdown, have it display as HTML, and schedule your content calendar. So basically what I want it to be able to do is I want to have a config file where you can say which posts are going to be public. And then ideally, I think at one point I would have it where like when a tag is pushed and or a tag is created, or like I don't know, have something like Go Releaser does something really cool, or when you push a new tag, it like automatically deploys. So I'd like to have something like that hooked up for my blog stuff as well. But I don't know. Basically, it'd be nice to have this tool called when you want to like update your blog, and it generates like static HTML files and then just an RSS feed of all of the public HTML files. And it only creates HTML files of the ones that you have denoted as public. And you can have it a little content calendar, which is all of it's going to be just like front matter in markdown files. So you don't actually have to organize anything at all. You just write things as markdown, put dates on it, and you'll be able to like see it in a calendar, and you can see like, you know, because I'm sick of having to do anything. I'm sick of having to like have the information in multiple places or have to like copy information over. I'm like, this would be really handy to be able to like see when my like deadlines are for things. Yeah, that's the goal. That's the plan. How is styling done? It's not. Well, you can integrate it like this is just the blog portion of a website. So it'll display as HTML, and then you can style that however you want. It'll just use whatever CSS you're using for your site. Do you plan to work as a software engineer? Right now, no. I'm just being self-employed. I'm just being self-employed for a minute. Okay, wait, I gotta remember what this thing said. Okay, so, yeah, so I do have to just have some kind of placeholder that should work TM on most systems, but it doesn't automatically expand tildes, so you have to have a helper function to run after unmarshalling. So for example, you might have an expand path helper that will look and see if there's a tilde prefix in the string. And if so, it will replace that with the actual proper home directory. Okay. That's not bad, but I already have something that gives you like a default like config path that's XDG compliant. So I could probably just do this and then check if it's using the default HTML and or check if it has a tilde prefix and then replace that with the right one. Something like that. It sounds like a good project. Yeah, I think it's something where I'm like, this is something that I will use that is like small enough in scope that I don't have to cry about it. What do you do on self-employment? So right now, primary income, everything is through like content creation. So I'm basically, I was like, I want to work on whatever side projects and stuff that I want to. So we're gonna use content powers to do that, so that I can just work on whatever open source projects I want to. Although this one right now is closed source because I'm being shy about my greenfield projects at the moment. But that'll change. Don't worry. It'll change. We'll get there. Okay. Content powers. Yeah, exactly. Like I would love to. I know it's hard to because I feel like open source is in such a weird state right now with all like the AI contributions and stuff. But I would love to at one point be able to like basically have, and I'm not promising anything, okay? This is just me thinking out loud, ideating, okay? But I would love to like, I've mentioned before how I would like to use my platforms as a way to like amplify different open source projects and or like authors, whatever. Like there's so many cool people in the open source space. And I would love to like, if I'm highlighting a open source project or something in the video and I'm able to get a sponsor for the video to like basically give a cut of the earnings from that to to the project, I think would be super sick. Like I know that there's so much like difficulty in like having the funding be sustainable, and or like if there's some way that I can amplify that, I think that would be really cool. but I first have to like make it, I first have to like figure out all of the business side of content stuff first, because I basically just had to say no to a lot because I was too busy with a full-time job. And I think a lot of dev creators that are creating content full-time and then also, creating content on the side while employed full-time, it's like, it's very hard to manage any kind of like brand deals and stuff. I think most of them use an agency, but I'm just out here. Any reason you want to share about why you left Charm? I am going to actually do a dedicated video on it because I know that a lot of people kind of like potentially know me through Charm, and or like it was just a big part of my time online for the last like 4 years basically. I guess it's just having 2 jobs at that point. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I was feeling, Hasby. Like there was so much opportunity that I was getting through the Bash Money stuff that I kept having to just like say no to, and or just did not have the time to respond. Armando, thank you so much for the 23 buckaroonies. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Very generous and kind. I appreciate it. Thank you. This year I want to learn Rust. You and me both. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I was, yeah, it was really not healthy, honestly, the work split that I had for quite a while. It was just like, I was probably doing 12-hour days, like just multiple times a week. And it was just a lot. And it was kind of at the point where I was like, okay, something has to give. And then I got enough of a push that I was like enough of an opportunity where I was like, okay, I could probably do content full time and make it work. So yeah. Long form why I left Charm for solo dev vid, pretty much. Yeah, more so just like, I already filmed it, but it's like kind of like why why I left Charm, what's like kind of a bit of the, you know, nothing crazy. It's like, I'm not out here like drama farming, right? But I am like very transparent about like, you know, basically like why I chose to leave my job, what that means for like you guys, the viewers, and my plans, my goals for like moving forward. But yeah, there's so much fun things you could be studying. Exactly. That's the thing too, is I'm like, I think it's, and I feel very fortunate. I feel like I get to, I feel like I get this really like, I get to have this awesome community online that my only problem that I've had with having an online community is that I want to give more to it. I want to be more involved in it. I want to like do more with it, and just not having time. Like time has been my limiting factor. She became a big shot celebrity. Yeah, I kicked the LOL. Yeah. Yeah, right. That's right. I'm in the big leagues now. All right, default dir is just going to be the same as that. I actually don't think this is the right format. I'm going to be honest. I always ignore how YAML files are actually formatted until I need to do it, and then I eventually somehow pay attention. This is such a funky music. Do you plan to delve into the vibe coding audience or stay developer focused? I love coding. And if anything, I feel like the fact that I now get to just kind of like do it for fun in a sense. Like I get to just choose whatever I want to hack on, and I get to do it at my own pace, and I don't have like an external, any kind of external pressure with it. If anything, it's like, I get to just like enjoy the actual process of coding. This is how I use AI. I use it as like a, hey, I'm trying to understand, like, give me some examples on how to use this thing. How can I, like, if there's something that I'm a bit like unsure of, like where it might fit in, ways that things can be improved. Like I like to kind of use it as a sounding board for that, like the same way that I would a colleague, I guess. But then I love the act of like writing code and trying to I want to genuinely understand what it's explaining to me, what the solutions are that it's trying to do. So my goal is just, I want to grow as a developer, and I don't think that like full on vibe coding is going to be the play on that, you know? I think that it can give you like it's very good for like a spike, an insta boost in productivity and speed. But I do think that it can come at potentially the long-term understanding of the things if you're not, you know, making sure that you actually understand what it's suggesting and everything. Yeah. But I think, I mean, who knows? Like maybe I'll play around with some vibe coding just because like it was kind of fun to do at the tower. Just like, where does this go? But it's fun to like, it's just play around with it, you know? I feel like you can do both and it's okay. But I'll be like, it'll be for fun no matter what. Yeah. But I just really, coding to me is like solving puzzles, and it's like, what's the fun in solving a puzzle if you, like, I want hints along the way, you know? I want the hints along the way to try and solve it, not like the solution. And sure, like, you know, I think that that's the most fun part to me, but it was kind of funny, like trying to riz the AI and stuff to like get it to give me better answers. That was really fun when we were at the tower. So yeah, who knows? We'll play around with it, but for sure the bulk is just going to be like me wanting to just code. Yeah, LSR, I think we're on the same page with that. I am using NixOS, yeah. I'm new to NixOS, so I've slowly but surely I'm alleviating all of the growing pains with it. Slowly but surely. I am not using Flakes either. To be honest, I avoided getting into any of the Nix stuff for so long because there's so much there's like so much to it. It basically is like, hey, we can solve everything for you ever. And I'm like, what do you mean you're a shell, but also like you have a shell, but then you're also a package management, but then you're also build management, like all this stuff. Do you have NixOS on a VM or is it just on your PC? That's what I have installed on my framework is just NixOS on bare metal, baby. Oh, right. Me trying to remember how, that's what I was looking at. Hold on. I need to look at the YAML file. Like you'll notice I still search for a lot of things. Okay, wait, YAML file, basic example. I could probably also just look at a repo or something for this, but whatever. Okay, so there's a space and no quotes or anything. Okay. And lowercase. No, sorry, it's that, DDD, and U. And it is supposed to have a space here. It's space. Public, we'll do example.md. Maybe I'll do that, and then I'll do actually, I don't know if I have an example.md file anywhere here. What is this? What this? Bunny languages? What is this? Oh, cool. Oh, really? It's statically typed. Love that. Cute. I truly enjoy that font. It reminds me of Berkeley Mono. I've heard such good things about Berkeley Mono. My old colleague, like that was their font of choice. Bash Bunny sounds like oh. It's pleasantly surprised. Yeah, it's the Bash shell. Okay, the born again shell. Our Lord and Savior. I am having minor skill issues with my keyboard today, mostly because it's It's me. I am the problem. I am in fact the problem. Example. Actually, I guess it would be example.md that would be in the default dir anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna pretend that's fine. Actually, you know what? Maybe I do default dir as the, because this is supposed to be that. You know what? I write down, I don't know about you. I don't think it's worth storing any ideas in my brain. I write everything down. I was thinking, what was I even thinking? Oh yeah. You know what? This can be indented to this one. Okay. Do I want the default blog posts to be the proper spot for them, or link to, or a path to the usage examples? Oh, of course. Wait, this doesn't make any sense because I was picked as the usage example in the project. But wait, this doesn't make sense because this is assuming they're always installing. From source. Lulz. YAML's its own daemon. You can use quotes or leave it. You can also use brackets or not. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, classic. Whoa, Shader, thank you for the 20 biddies. Thank you. Would you consider being Fish Bunny or even ZSH Bunny? I was actually gonna make bots that were the other shell bunnies. Like I was gonna have my own little chat bot, like the Nightbot alternative. That was gonna be Z Shell Bunny. Where did you buy that GitHub LED? I bought it at GitHub Universe a few years back, but they do have it on their website right now, on the GitHub shop. How's your experience with the new laptop? It's been really good. I mean, this is not my first time using a framework. I really like the build quality. I love that I did the translucent keycaps. They look sick. They look so freaking cool. The display, I'm really glad that I went with the higher quality display. The colors are very vibrant, looks really sharp. Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, I like it. I'm going to be diving into NixOS in like 2 weeks for a home server, not a daily driver though. Ooh, that's exciting. Have you used Nix before? I'm assuming yes, if you're driving right into NixOS. Honestly though, I also eventually I heard Nix one too many times. People were talking about Home Manager and all blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, you know what? Whatever. We go all in. Let me install NixOS on an old laptop and see how we like it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am actually just gonna keep the default thing. That was a cul-de-sac train of thought. There was nothing coming from that. Public is gonna be this example.md, I guess, just to show an example on how you're supposed to use it, I suppose. And then I can go back to my config. I think that this go embed directive probably does go embed look in root project directory. Looks at the root directory of the package where the directive is declared, but not the project root. Oh, okay. So it is going to be in the same. This is going to be in config.go. But I do now have a default.yaml, right? Yeah, and it's in config. Okay, just checking. We go back here. We probably reload the LSP. Oh. There was an error, but I missed it and I give up. Here, go back to full screen so the Chatterooskies don't cry. Armando, goodbye. It was a pleasure being here. I'll be watching for the next live stream. Yeah, the next one is going to be co-working on Monday. The schedule is up as a post on the channel if you want. But yeah, it's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are the live streams. And I'll be posting some more long form videos soon. I'm a bit, I just have to I have to polish off a couple of them. But yeah, I've got a lot of videos coming, and especially because next month I'm not gonna be able to stream as much. I am gonna try and see if I can maybe figure out how reruns work or something like that, just so that you guys can still have some content to work from. And I may or may not. I have to see what I have time for, especially after I get some of this other stuff finished. I would love to do some more Code With Me videos that maybe premiere when I can't stream. Maybe not for maybe not 3 times a week, but at least once a week or something, so that we can still chat. We can still have that interactive live chat element, even when I'm not at my stream setup able to stream. So we'll figure it out. I can maybe do that for both, have that premiere and run on Twitch at the same time. What does Doggo do while you stream? She sleeps. I say a tired dog is a happy dog, and so I always make sure my dog is tired and well exercised. So she's snoozing. Sometimes she has a bully stick and she gets to eat that. Chomps on that for a while. Honestly, she lives the dream. All of the most lavish decisions that I make are for my dog. She's very spoiled. I am currently cooking her food, okay? She's getting gourmet dog food. So, yeah. The dog is not... The dog is living her dream life, okay? She's happy. She does not mind. She's like, you do what you gotta do. You make that money, okay? You go get that streamer loot. I need my my salmon and rice pronto. Yeah. What kind of dog? She looks kind of like a husky. She's a fluffy dog. All right, what am I doing? This isn't real. This is create. What are you creating? Create config. Okay, creates a default config. This doesn't need to exist anymore. In theory, not necessary. Should not need to exist. In reality, I think also still doesn't need to exist. Let me change this thing. Yeah, okay, just double checking that I have that I had that declared properly. Okay, so what am I trying to do here? I need to create a new config, and that was going to be a default config. Can I go, okay, wait, go embed. I can probably just do a default config then. Right, example config, create it at a path. Okay, what is this? Let me write out my thoughts, because especially when I'm streaming, I get a thought and then I get halfway through the thought and then I move on and it evaporates into nothingness. All right, so we're just creating a default config thing here, which can probably be the new default thing that we set up earlier. Default config, which is unfortunately not unmarshaled. Hold on. Write example config. Okay, the reality is too, let me check myself for a sec. When do I need to use this realistically? on Emacs, do you use Emacs bindings or evil bindings? I have evil bindings. Also, hi Linux Cast. Wait, I've seen your channel before. Hold on. I'm pulling you up. I recognize the name. I've either seen you on like Mastodon or something. Oh yeah. Yeah. Welcome in. If you guys want some very cool Linux and FOSS content, check out the Linux Cast. Welcome in, Linux Cast. Hello, hello. I have 100%. I probably follow you on Mastodon as well. Oh, it's confused. It's fine. I probably follow you on Mastodon as well, and then I've definitely had chatters mention your channel before. So hi. Yeah, I'm using Doom Emacs. So I use all the evil keybinds. Because I came from Vim too, so it's like I'm so used to the Vim keybinds that it's kind of one of those things I'm like, I love them. I'm loving Doom Emacs. I do realize that chat brought to my attention though that there's a bit of an idle. There's an idle thing that's set by default for LSP completions that I need to tweak a little bit. What are you doing in this live stream? You can check out the description. It has a bit of it gives a bit of a better explanation on like the specific project that I'm working on, but we're kind of just doing some Go dev. I'm just working on a fun little side project for blog post stuff. I started with vanilla Emacs and then made it into Vim. Oh, interesting. Okay, we've had like, well, I haven't gone full vanilla Emacs yet. I got to the point with I don't know about you, when your experience with Vim. I switched over to Doom probably a couple years ago now, and part of the reason why I ended up switching over was because a lot of the plugins for NeoVim, I feel like kept breaking changes. And then my config, anytime I went to update any of my plugins, my config would break. And it was a real pain in my butt. Not ideal, I'd say. No existing config found. Example file. Okay, when do I actually need to use this? If no config file. I don't think I ever need to use this. This doesn't exist anymore. I'm deleting it. No commitment. I'm deleting it. It's done. It's gone. Figure out metadata stuff. Author name. Okay, I think front matter. The front matter third party lib isn't working. Need to debug. So we will do that eventually. But for now, I switched because of a bet, but also because I didn't want to use Lua. Oh, wait, you started with. Oh, wait, are you on Vim? So are you doing a Vim script? Yeah, I also, Lua errors are the least readable errors of all time. I'm like, for such a simple language, you'd think it would be like beginner friendly, whatever. It'll be like error on line 264. There's like it's like a 200 line file. Like, please, what do you mean? How is Emacs better in that regard? It doesn't update often. Yeah. So Doom Emacs in particular. So I'm using Doom, which is like a pre-built version of Emacs. I would highly recommend it to anyone who's coming from Vim because it does have like evil and everything. And it's very, very easy to like get up and running, at least in my experience. I think I say that. I know that there were a few times I like had the equivalent of like stubbing my toe in Doom Emacs. I think it was mainly with like getting my clipboard working and then initial LSP setup. Like you have to add in, I think it's like you uncomment the language, like Go, for example, you uncomment it and you have to add plus LSP plus tree sitter or something like that. But it generally, and it does package management and everything for you. Doom Emacs in particular is very stable. So I don't think I've ever had Doom Emacs break on me. Or maybe one time. Because I do, honestly, knowing me, I do know that I've had at least one stream where I somehow managed to break something. It's like LazyVim. Yeah, it's like a pre-built Emacs option. But a lot of Yeah, it's really, really well done. I really like it. I like a lot of the default like keybinds, everything. It just feels very sensible. It's like, look at this. Okay, wait. I'm gonna just look for like literally any example. So anything that you, oh, I can't zoom it in. Frick. Sorry guys, it's to get your magnifying glasses out. Okay. The text is tiny. You're gonna have to deal with it. I can't zoom it in for you. Wait, wait. I'll zoom it in. I'm gonna do a scuff thing, okay? I'm gonna do something kind of scuffed. Wait, what's behind here? I'll have you twice. Okay, so you do Alt X and you can fuzzy find through all of the available commands. And then also for things that I guess the Doom Emacs author thinks that might be used more frequently, they have, or if there are shortcuts to find. I don't really know why some of them have the shortcuts, some of them don't. I'm assuming it's just because there is a shortcut defined and it'll tell you what the shortcut is. So what I've really enjoyed about my experience with Doom Emacs is that it's something I don't have to like, I have not had to read the docs that much. Like I think I watched a few videos. I had them on in the background while I was working on like learning how to do org mode stuff. And then I was able to just get better at using it through just using it. Like even here, if I do like leader C, it also tells me like anything code related. So leader C is like, C is any like code related actions. And then you can see the next, like it gives you the next available command for all the code related ones. All the code related shortcuts that you might have, which is kind of handy. I really like it. Yeah. So, you know. Like which key? Is which key the NeoVim equivalent? Vim till I die? Oh. I don't know. Okay, don't ask me why there are two code screens, okay? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, it's fine. I will check it out. My intention was not to walk the editor rabbit hole. It's, yeah. Good luck. I will say, I think in terms of, there's some awesome editors out there that like you can get Vim keybinds and stuff in there. I think it's more so just, I don't know. I really like the fact that I have everything that I could want to do exists in my little Emacs world. Zed is a great code editor that's out there right now. Any and all JetBrains has been the top of the charts for ages for a reason. JetBrains stuff is goated. What else? Obviously like VS Code and stuff. A lot of people really like Helix. If you're going down the rabbit hole. Heard really good things about Helix. But I have not tried Helix. Read config. Do when you get used? Write example config. Oh, I see. Okay. So if the file doesn't exist, we're using a default config, which means, okay, we get the env if the path is empty. Okay, wait. Check if a custom path is set. So this typically gets created. I believe this gets created when, or Blossom config is created and modified alongside the config file, I think. Me trying to remember the behavior that I set up in my own app. Check if custom. Yeah. But I think I have a set path. Yeah, like I set the env here. Let me see when else you're used. Set path, default path with error. If path is not empty. Okay, so I'm already doing a check here for this. So why am I default path with error? This will just be, this could just be like get path. I feel like to do. Note to self. Should this just be get path? Since it doesn't always return a default path, it'll grab the path from the end and work from there. I used Vim in the past and kind of loved the daemon mode, but somehow it broke on me and now I have a full config with NeoVim and Wes term. Nice! Yo, let's go. Knowing some Emacs can help a lot with terminal keybinds. True. True. That's a good point. Emacs just seems so much harder to learn. It seems like not as much content created for it compared to NeoVim. That is true. I mean, it's one of those things though where it's like, I could probably create more Emacs related content of just like little things that I've been learning, whatever. And I really should probably give an update because it's been a minute since I've given any kind of update on Emacs. But it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, outside of like my config is there. You know, my config file is public. I guess it's always helpful for somebody to like walk you through their config. Maybe I should do that, like walk through my config a little bit. Because there were some things I got stuck on and I was like, oh, how do I get this thing set up? But then it's like, by this point, I'm like, I don't know. I haven't had to think about it in so long. I forgot that was a problem for me at one point or another. Yeah. Default path with error. Yeah. And when are you used? Hello? Default path, default. Okay, that's when you're used. When are you used? Default path. I just ignore the error? That's sick. This is really funny. What the frick? I have a default path with error function that's internal so that I can return an error if it does fail to like read something properly. And then I just have this default path one because I was like, oh, what if I don't want to deal with an error? The best part too is that the load config already returns an error. So it really wouldn't be very much for me to wrap the error and bubble it up. And yet, why did I do this? Hello? We're gonna default. Is this in a different? No, it's the same package too. Girl, what you doing? What are you doing? All right. Oh, I have to declare error and then be like, if error does not equal nil. If error does not equal nil, then we have a problem. Unable to make default path. Yeah, don't worry about all my comments. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Something return FMT error F. We're gonna just wrap the error and add unable to get issue with default path. Okay. That, and then, I don't know, an empty config? What do we do? Nil? I like how descriptive this error is. Unexpected error making file. Error. I don't know. I had no idea you could set permissions with mkdir like that. Yee. I think you have to. Is there a... See, I need to figure out why, for whatever reason, I can't open this. Oh, yeah. Open URL. Evil org space SL. Use Avi. What is that? Wait. What do you got? Nothing? Oh, I don't know what that is. I can't remember what the shortcut was. I thought it was leader GX, but it's not. Make text bigger. Oh, sorry. Oh, jeez. That's so big. That's what she said. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It's a really professional stream, okay? Don't come after me. I'm just like this. Okay, sorry. I keep getting confused about where I'm... Also, I think I've been watching too much of The Office, I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't help it. I had a Michael Scott moment. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna pretend that this was by design forever. All right. Default path. Oh yeah, that. My brain is going sideways. We're moving laterally. We're not. It's not good. Okay, if file doesn't exist, use default config from go embed. Yeah, because I know how to do that. We totally know what we're doing with that. That is a byte. We have to do expand tilde. Expand tilde. Wait, what the heck? Linux? Linux Cast, thank you so much for the tier 1 membership. What the heck? Thank you, thank you. That is so nice. System Crafters is a great channel for Emacs content. Yes, 100%. I think it was okay, my top Emacs. Hold on, we'll go big chat for a sec. My top, I'm gonna turn music off as well. Maybe I want to record a little, who knows? Oh, it's stopping recording, but it's failing to. Okay. My top Emacs creators, I would say, are System Crafters, DistroTube, and I have to remember the name. Gavin Freeborn. I'll link them in the description or something. I like them. Oh yeah, wait. TS Oding's also. That's Soding. It's supposed to be Soding or something, right? I can't pronounce because it's supposed to be like coding complete or something, right? Yeah, I thought he didn't do Doom Emacs because I think I watched his video where he was doing the Emacs config from scratch. Also because I was like, oh, what would it take for me to do this? That one fella, I can't think of his name. He uses NixOS. Okay, wait, let me redo. About Vim creators, ban them. Cancel them all. We should cancel all content creators this year. You can start with me. We don't need them. It's time for the new age. Okay, sorry. I'll stop. I'll stop being ridiculous. Okay, we try again. I don't know who else. Oh, you know who else uses? Wait, I know more people that use Emacs. So for streamers that use Emacs, I know L:Q uses Emacs. Also, my God, my memory is dead. Hello? Okay. For live streamers, L::Q uses Emacs. Also, Janet Carr uses Emacs. Also, Bash Bunny, yours truly. And then for different YouTube channels, that use Emacs, System Crafters is really great. DistroTube and Gavin Freeborn. They're all good. Check them out if you want to learn more Emacs content. I may potentially post more Emacs content on my channel eventually. We'll see. I'm trying not. Oh, and also, wait, I'm so dumb. Wait, and Tia Soding or Soding also uses Emacs. They have quite a few different little Emacs videos and everything as well, and they live stream and do YouTube. Janet's great. She streams too. Yeah, she's lovely. So what I try to do for those who are on YouTube and or subscribe to my YouTube, I actually I feel like one feature that's missing from YouTube is being able to be like, hey, I really like this channel. What are similar channels to this? You know? I feel like they try to suggest that kind of stuff in the algorithm, but I don't know. It misses the mark a little bit. So I actually have on my channel page, I have at the very bottom, I have a you might like, and I have a bunch of different YouTube channels that are featured there that I think are cool. YouTube used to have that and they removed it. I don't know why they removed it. Yeah, but I've linked, like anytime that I find other YouTubers where I really like their content, I will add them to my little list of suggestions where I think my viewers would probably also really like them. So, yeah. If you are looking for other little nerdy people that are into anything from like privacy, Emacs, programming, just computing in general, that's Linux, terminals, actually even like digital minimalism and stuff. So it's pretty varied, but I add people that I think are cool. Jonathan Blow uses Emacs on Windows. Wait, really? Actually, I think I did know that. I think I did know that Jonathan Blow used Emacs. I haven't watched much of their content. Parse, thank you for the kind message. I am gonna have to delete it though because we can only moderate in English or French. So please, I'm sorry. Do you have a Discord? We do have a Discord. Yes. I was about to type in my editor thing. Also, I forgot you guys can't see my code right now. Wrecked. It was mostly English. I know. But we can't make exceptions. Otherwise, the internet goes crazy. Goes crazy forever. I don't know why I pasted it back in there. What? You said in Russian that I had a mega brain? That's so nice. What the heck? Babe Ash, have you changed your headphones? Yeah, so I got a, you might notice that the audio quality is better than ever. I got a new audio interface. That like uses a different cable connection for headphones. And I won these in a raffle. And they just so happened to fit it perfectly. So I've been wearing these instead. But they're not as comfy as my Bose QC45s. Gee, what the heck? Hi, Raiders. Hi. Hello, hello. G said she had some cool content or something planned. Oh, what? That's huge. You should put the Discord in the description. I have to manually update the description for every single YouTube live stream. You are right, though. I should do that. I do have it actually on my channel, though. My Discord, I believe I have it linked on my channel. It's one of the links. If you click on the, yeah. Oh no, I think I removed it actually to avoid getting like raided. But I have it on most of the videos. Gee, what the heck? I just have to come to Canada? Ooh, hey, G. What? Wait, call me. Call me anytime. I want to know. I want to know about the cool content. You should call me right now and tell me like on stream and I mute and then they just see my live react to your crazy idea. Oh wait, she's calling. Wait, hold on. She's calling me. stupid. That was quick, LMAO. Yeah, just a little. Guys, how's my acting? Got him! Haha, tricked you. Tricked you. Me, I honestly, I fumbled a little bit by not pretending to hang up. Damn. Yeah. Are we going to get more Bash 30-time combo streams? I don't know. We should. I pranked y'all. Got him. Haha. Also, salut les Franco qui vient de Study Time. Enchanté, moi je suis Bash Bunny. On fait du programming ici. I gotta shout out my Frenchies every once in a while, okay? I like when they emerge and they all start speaking French and they're like, wait, French? They go wild. Bash Lapin, that's right. Je comprends, mais pas bien. Pourquoi tu comprends pas bien? I don't speak frog. Oh no. Oh no. That's true. We're with actually the Europeans all bully the French. So that was a risky play. All right. I got to expand the tildes. Actually, I could do that. Wait, hello? Default config. Okay. Yeah. Expand the tildes. I think it was supposed to be like if strings dot contains tilde slash. We replace with homeder and or just something. Parce que je suis pas français ou canadien. Oh, fair enough. French bully other French is true. That's true. Je m'appelle Chatter. Yes. That's right. I've been looking at some code I wrote in December and I don't remember its purpose anymore. Dude, that's me right now with this code. This is why I keep adding. Most of this coding stream has been me adding comments being like, is this ever used anywhere? Hello? Hello? Is Bash Bunny in Quebec? You'll never know. First default config, then tilde. This is where we're at. I don't need to make words. It's fine. I didn't need to. Okay, so I get the end. If it's empty, then what's the problem? What is my logic here? Why did I do the OS? Okay, so if the file doesn't exist, we have to create the file. Use the default config from go embed. Write it to a file. What the heck? Write it to a file. Iflalel. Yes, that. Where do I used to have a create new app directory, blah, 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 blah. I think I deleted the thing that had the YAML unmarshal stuff that I now forget how to do, TBH. Can I search this for YAML unmarshal? YAML Marshall? Wait. Write the config to, my music, dude, YouTube audio library. It's been a minute. After CD 10 hours, came here to watch someone else code. You're welcome. This is Go, actually. You sound totally different when you speak French. I think everyone, it's interesting. I feel like in every language, apparently there's a phenomenon where like you think a little bit differently and you speak a little bit differently, like your cadence or like tone of voice or something. I think in French, I'm a lot more polished than how I speak in English. I think I speak French quite like formally because I don't really like have any slang or anything because I didn't grow up speaking any French slang. It is her Quebecois accent, maybe a little bit. I do have a little bit of a Quebecois accent. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's interesting. We talked about different characters of people. We talked about the different characters people have in different languages with study time yesterday, our little cocktail meetup. Yeah, I think what is the difference? Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about it more, I think. Montreal French, I would say, being near Montreal. Interesting. Americans speak from the throat of their mouths, whereas Europeans generally speak more in the maybe. It doesn't sound Northern Ontario to me, but I don't hear it often. Speaking in a language with different accents, like writing a language different fonts. I think so. Vive la Belgique. Oui, vive la Belgique. Heck yeah. Yeah, first time the language doesn't mean programming language on the stream. For real. I'm also a different person depending on the programming language that I'm writing. Okay, so I just need to... What do I do here? Wait, did I delete this? Config write path. Write the config to a YAML file with the specified config file path. Oh, wait. So I just create the config and then use write. I can do that. Where am I? What? How did I what? Okay. Don't know what happened there. We go back to our little config situation that we're working with here. So here I'll just do so I can just do config.write. Right? Config path. Oh, I still need to wait. File doesn't exist. Use the default config and then write it to a file. Ah, right. Okay. It's fine. Alrighty. Actually, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Hello. I'm fluent in French, but I've never visited France before. I haven't been. I've only been to French Canada. Okay, config.write. I don't remember what's... Oh, I can't do that, right? I need to write to a file. Create file, right? Oh wait, I can just do config path here. So I can create config path and then I have to YAML. Okay, now I need to make it fix tilde thing. Tilde thing. Then write marshal or unmarshal. I don't remember, to be honest. Also, I think it's 2 L's. I can't spell either. Why are you here? Why are you here? France is so fun if you avoid Paris. I think I would probably spend most of the time outside of Paris. The chair is so good at coding, TBH. I know. Y'all love the chair streams. Provence or wine country in most any European countries where I'd rather be. I'm sure that'd be really nice. I think that'd be real nice. I think I was thinking though too is that this, why do I need to do that? Oh. Yeah, okay. I think no matter what, I need to do the tilde thing, so it's not like it doesn't make sense for me to like always call the default path thing. Don't worry, guys. I'm just thinking out loud. My brain, you guys are understanding how, you're hearing how my brain works, whether you like it or not. I do love skiing in Japan. I need all the good ski spots. Take me to your best ski spots. Pasta, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. And Ransom, thank you so much for the 6 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. I just want to, I know I'm not 100% sure if I thanked you already, but I just want to make sure. Fergus, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you. As a reminder, if you have a Amazon Prime, you can get ad-free viewing for free if you link your Amazon account and use your Prime sub on me. I'll wait. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine. I think that was me, but I didn't hear. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it was you, Ransom. I was saying thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate it. You need advice? What do you need advice for, Crispy? Give me your Bezos bucks. I need them. I need them right now. I gave my Prime sub to Prime. Rude. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's fine. I'll tell him that you were in here and I'll take a cut. I'll say, Prime, listen. One of your viewers was in my chat and I need a 10% cut for keeping them entertained while you're not live. I'm carrying here. Primogen has my Bezos bucks too. Yeah. It's okay. I get it. I understand. I would give him a Prime sub too. I don't like you less. What I'm trying to say is I still like you. You can still sit with us. Even if you didn't give me your Prime sub, it's okay. I understand. You're allowed. You're allowed to spend it however you want. Spend those Bezos bucks. All right, expand tilde swaps the tilde in the default path with the proper. Okay, so I can just do a little strings dot replace thing. And then I will do, hey, Kevitaka, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I hope y'all are enjoying the coding streams again. We're so back. Do you look down on Prime subs? No. What the heck? No. They're giving poor vibes? What the what? What does that mean? I think it's a free sub is what it means for the, like, what do you mean? Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, strings.replace path. Yeah, sorry, my bad. They're giving poor vibes. Actually, if someone gives poor vibes, I hate them. What do you mean? That's so goofy. Poor people? Yuck. Like, what? What do you mean? No broke boys in the chat. What the heck? What the heck? God. Imagine I'm serious. I'm like, yeah. What the heck? Uh-oh. All right, I need to get the OS, what, configure? User configure? For what it's worth, I feel like, wait, expand tilde. Oh, yeah, you know what? It is OS homedir. User homedir. I think it's just home. Warp, thank you for gifting the sub diffusion. I appreciate that. Thank you. That is so funny. Chat. Wait, oh no. That is really funny. Guys. Actually, wait, oh, you missed my message? Okay, hold on. I just hit level 26, no degree, but I just started entrance course, which takes a year and a half to allow me to get a CS degree, which means I'll be close to 28 before I start my bachelor. I feel very late. Oh, honestly, don't stress about it. There are people, I mean, also don't feel like you have to put things off until after your degree. I know it can be a lot to like try and juggle both, but like, also it's a marathon, not a sprint. Like this is going to be your career for until like most likely until you retire. I mean, in like generalizing big time, because a lot of people do pivot. You are not behind in any way, shape, or form. Everyone has their different journey. Some people get into coding and they're at like 12. Some people get in as a fetus, and it's fine. Everyone has a different path. Everyone has a very unique perspective, unique skill sets that they bring beyond just their value that they contribute as a software developer. If anything, so like I worked in a lot of different fields before getting into coding, because as I said, I didn't know anybody who was working in software. I didn't like and I had a very unconventional path. So like I worked in the food industry, I worked in the fitness industry, and I feel like those experiences they give, and like yeah, I worked in a wide range of other stuff as well. But while I was in tech, I was in like, anyway. Your life experiences give you, like, shape your perspective, shape your ability to understand specific, like, niche problems as well. And that can make you a more effective software developer. So, like, never think that like having more life experience is going to be a bad thing for you. I'd say like the hardest thing that I'd say like the hardest point of friction with like ageism in the industry is more so related to like time constraints around trying to keep up with things changing while you have additional responsibilities at home. You know, like that is the biggest thing, is because generally speaking, as you get older, you have like, you know, maybe you have like a family that you have to spend time with and stuff outside of work. And but I think that any and all of that is all manageable things. It's all things that you can just express. Like you can, it's all solvable. And yeah, I never feel like you're behind because of any of that. Like it is 100% totally fine. And also, I will say, anyone who tells you otherwise, anyone who is like, who tries to put you down or make you feel bad about yourself for, like getting your foot in the door at a later point in like at a later age and not following the picture perfect path that we're all supposed to follow. Anyone who tries to like make you feel bad about that or mock you for that or like put you down in any kind of way is generally just projecting their own insecurities, and you don't need to deal with it. You don't need to put up with it. You don't need to engage with someone like that. And if it's a company that's doing that to you, you should find another opportunity. Like, it's just, you actually just don't need to tolerate that in life. And you can just say no thanks and dip out. So that is my answer to that. Also, Bacon, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. My wife is getting into coding at 30, by the way. Yeah, no, for real. Like, literally the most competent, incredible developers that I have met, the smartest people, like they have been the most sincere and the most like, hey, I love this thing, and I get excited that you're also interested in this thing. So I want to try and help. Like, I want to try and like help you along the way. I'm going to try and like, it doesn't mean their delivery of things are always helpful, but it will always be constructive and it will always be for like the betterment, whatever. I just really don't think that you need to let other people's, whatever they're saying, whatever they're feeling, their projections, their emotions, whatever, does not need to sway your life. Yeah. The job market might be rougher without a degree, though. It's already rough for people with a degree. You know what? I'm going to say it and you're going to hate it. I think the reality of getting hired, and it's always been this, your success in getting hired is so much to do with who you know. If you're able to get a referral, whether you have a degree or like, the degree helps a lot with like, you might get like auto screen, whatever. But even then, even if you don't have a degree, you can still get equivalent work experience and all that stuff. So like there are ways around it. But at the end of the day, a reference, somebody who's willing to kind of like put their name out or whatever, put their name out on the line for you, is always going to be more valuable, like the most valuable thing in getting hired somewhere. And then at a certain point, you get to leverage experience. Is there a perfect path nowadays? I see people inventing crazy stuff and making money. Yeah, I know. It's who knows anymore, frankly. I think you just got to live your life. You get one of them. Just do it. Networking is so important. Go meet people, seriously, even if you hate it. Yeah, I will say, I've met a lot of people through like online channels, and it always makes such a big difference when I finally get to meet them in person. Like you connect, you like feel like you know them so much more. So I would highly recommend like make an effort, be part of communities online. Make friends online, meet them in person eventually when you have an opportunity to. But yeah, really. I'm 36. I started a year ago. I feel like I'm going way too slow and it just doesn't click yet. You know what, Minky? That's okay. It's okay because one day it will click, and then you're going to find the next thing that is hard and challenging in the space that doesn't click, and you're going to have that exact same process all over again. Like, it's just be patient with yourself. Like, there is no real rush. I know that like it can feel that way, and there can feel like there's a lot of external pressures and stuff, but in reality, like there is no real rush, and it's okay for things to take time to like wrap your head around it. And at the end of the day, the more stress and pressure that you put on yourself to like have things perfect or to try and understand it as quickly as possible and all of those things, the more pressure that you have there, it's actually going to be like debilitating, and it's going to prevent you from actually being able to understand things. I would say like try to maximize your exposure to everything. Like be out of your depth. Be completely out of your depth and in a room where you don't understand what's being said, because familiarity is a really, really powerful part of learning. Just having heard something or read about something before without even fully understanding it is going to give you a lot more opportunities for your brain to like make those connections and finally have a concept click. And sometimes too, you just have to hear it like put a certain way or phrased in a certain way that resonates with you and that makes sense. Because sometimes it's just a matter of like perspective. It's like your brain isn't wired like that, and you have to find somebody that kind of explains things in a way that does make sense to you. So, yeah. Aiming too high is just fumbling around. I think yes and no. I think that if you aim too high and I think if you aim too high with expectations, it can be detrimental. But I think that existing in a space where you don't necessarily know it's beyond your current reach, and existing in that space and just like trying to be a sponge is a positive thing. Yo, what's up, SHF? How's it going? All right. Alrighty. This is the world's smallest text for you. Okay, so here I'm getting user home dir. Is there anything else? Okay, it does do an error. I'll do a little error check because I'm good. If error does not equal nil. I'll just log dot. I feel like honestly I might just log dot error it because actually I guess if there is a problem then I won't be able to replace it. What you building? It's exclamation mark blossom. It's the same thing that we were working on the other day. I think I might end stream soon. You've been warned. I think it's almost time. Okay, I gotta figure out what I want to do with this. What is using this? If it's unable to expand the tilde, then that's kind of a problem. How critical is it of a problem is my question. I'll just leave it at this for now and do like to-do handle this properly. If it's broken, there's a serious issue with the environment. You could just bail at that stage. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I've never had an error with that. I feel like okay, we'll fatal it. Dot fatal F. Unable to get home directory. Which I think returns, right? This does a whole thing with formatting and exits. Yeah. What is the int in this? Returns a copy of the string with n non-overlapping instances. Oh, can I just... Is there like a default value for this? What is this supposed to be? I don't know. Wait. We can go to dev docs. Yo, what the heck, Cassidy? Oh my gosh, wait. Cassidy, you back streaming? Hello? I don't know if I have any mods, I'm gonna be honest. Hold on. Oh my gosh, wait, what's your stream schedule? Yo, shout out to Cassidy. It's been a while, dude. It feels like it's been forever. That is awesome. I'm so glad that you're back to screaming. I know, Red Hot, I need to get back to you. Wait, hold on. I can mod you right now. Where are you? Mod. There we go. Easy. How's it going? You're at GitHub now, aren't you? How's life? Thursday afternoons, I took a little break for the holidays after having a baby. Oh my gosh. But now we're back weekly? That's so sick. What are you doing on stream? Just chatting about all things tech, or what's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, right. That's what I was looking at. Strings.replace. All right. What do you want from me? Okay. So if I do -1, it'll just replace all of them. All right. Sick. Wow. My instincts were on point. Yo. Hey, Vision. How's it going? Can we get stats on what percentage of lines today were added were comments? Why? Why? I think, honestly, anyone who cares needs to write more code. And I'm targeting you specifically. Ha! Got him. All right. I'm gonna say that that's fine. And we're just gonna get the home door. We're just gonna expand it, and I think I can actually just not even do a little thing here. I'm just gonna do return. I can't type. It's fine. One-shotting Windows applications in Rust. That's sick. Wait, I one-shotted an app with a new. Wait, you're not kidding. Holy shit. I one-shotted an app with the new GitHub Copilot SDK #shill. And tried doing another and failed horribly. Wait, that's sick. That's awesome. That's so fun. I've been using, wait, look, I have this. I have the GitHub Copilot CLI. I'm going to be honest though, the Nix, so I'm on Nix OS now, so everything has to be installed with Nix, and it's not the latest version. So, kind of on me. But one day, I'm going to figure out how to package things for Nix, and then it's game over. And then I'm going to be packaging everything. I'm going to make sure all of the versions are up to date. Try the latest because it's cuter. Okay, I got to figure out how to... I'll figure out how to package it for Nix. I guess I could probably... me making the worst ones on stream. You're sorry. You're welcome. Me being like... I don't know. I think I can also build it from source, probably. Oh, install now. Take me to your leader. Take me to your installation page. Yeah, see, I don't have brew or npm or any of these things, so I guess I could just do this. Use wget. But you know what? This also sounds like the perfect way to nerd snipe myself and figure out how to create Nix packages and or bundle things for Nix. And then I can contribute that. I'm going to be that freaking person that's in every open source project with a PR for like adding a Nix flake to the project. Frick, I'm that person. I'm making it better with flakes. I think that is exactly the danger. That is, at that point too, then they're like, wait, are you the girl that keeps showing up in my repos with the flake.nix file? Oh, imagine being known for that. I'll be like, yes, it's me. I've been plotting forever. I will continue to do it forever. I'm a hashtag open source contributor. All I contribute are flakes. Honestly, maybe that's kind of the move. It'll give me a false sense of productivity on stream. I'll be like, haha, what did you do today, chat? Because I shipped a new flake. wrecked. They're going to be like, Bash, we need to see how many comments you made. And I'll be like, not again. I can't keep losing my mind with this. All right, config path, os.stat config path. Okay, so use the default config, which means I need to get the default config. This is the default config. We are gonna do a YAML.marshal. Marshal. Oh, it's unmarshal. In, out to an interface. Okay. So this is going to be default config, and this is going to be config. I probably have to like create the config though. Config is equal to, do I have, I'll just do that. So this is probably like a something like that. Unmarshal returns an error. Nick shell P. Yeah, I love Nick shells. Your GitHub graph is just lit up with all the flake.nix contributions. Yeah, for real. Does writing Go ever get boring? I mean, I like the simplicity of it. I feel like it depends on what you want from a language. Something about, wait, does this return an error? I'm just going to return it. What else do you need from me? Config? Which is nil. Right, example config. Okay. So first things first though, is I have to, before I unmarshal it, I have to change it. So I need to do default config. I need to do my little expand tilde thing. Wait, expand tilde. Yeah, okay. Expand that. Default config. Return to string. Can I overwrite this one? Is it gonna get mad? Just for funsies. Cannot use as a byte. Oh, yeah. Ha. Wait, expand tilde. Yeah, okay. Sure then. Do you guys like the dichotomy of like me doing the weird laughs with the, oh, actually, I guess the music is so quiet for you. I was gonna say the tranquil, elegant, classical music, but then me just being like a derp, if we still say that. Is that still slang in the vocab? Oh, this is a keyword. I can't do that. Config. Bash is in the state of mind where the weird laugh's the byproduct of too much coding for the day. It's true. My weird comes out. My weird is showing. Cannot use as byte. Oh, I am such a goof. Why don't I just... Ay. Can I do bytes.replace? Does that work? Is that a thing? Oh, fuck. Oh, it didn't like that one bit. Oh, it didn't like that at all. Oh, shit. Okay. This seems ineffective. Like, hold on. File path expand strings.has prefix. Oh. I see. So it is strings. Why does it do this instead of just a strings.replace? I'm gonna keep mine. I'm gonna keep it. See what happens. Can I just wrap this? Oh, we're gonna level. You guys are gonna level the wrapping I'm doing here. It's kind of awful. The music is nice. Yeah, I know. My music was very quiet. It's funny because I also got this like audio interface so that I wouldn't change the volume in OBS, and yet I keep just changing it in both places. So it's probably actually the least consistent desktop audio that you've had. All right, now you can't be mad at me. All right, quit it. All right, whatever. Expand the tilde. I could have used the rename shortcut, but I didn't. Config path. And then I do OS create. Did I overwrite an existing? Oh no, I do. Wait. YAML unmarshal what's at the path. Config path is something else that I've just overridden because I'm a goofy human being. Also, this could just be in here. And then problem is solved. The self-created problem. It's me versus me out here, I'm gonna be honest. Return. I mean, I'll just, whatever. Yeah, it's because I didn't. That is why. Right example. Okay, so file os.create, and then I'll just maybe return file path probably. Like, to do, what do I even return here? What would be useful? Probably a config. Oh, I do return a config. Yeah, so I don't actually need to do that. Oh, what the heck? Wait, I got another raid. Sorry, I was zoned. I forgot I was streaming for a sec. Yo, bald bearded builder. Oh my god, that almost got me. All your codes belong to us. Oh no. Not again. Can I buy it back for $2? I'll stake my whole career on it. Wait. I'll give you all of my crypto. Because that's a real currency, right? Oh shit, wait. What am I doing? I almost, hold on. I almost raided you by accident. Raid for raid. I'm really good at this. Oh my god, I almost typoed too. Oh my god. Okay. New streamer mistakes. It's fine. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Ah. Which font is this? This is Terminus Nerd Font. This is Terminus Nerd Font. It looks good. I know. Isn't she beautiful? Actually, you know what? It really doesn't matter because I can just do this and then just do that anyway. What are you doing? File exists? All right, fine. Fine. Whatevs. Whatevs for evs. I don't know. If we don't have any compilation errors, then I'm just gonna let it. Declaration of path. Okay, so me once again being my own worst enemy. And is it gonna be pissed? Listen, we're at the point where I'm like, no, it doesn't like that. It doesn't like that. Okay, we'll just do a little Oh, what do you want? Yeah, okay, it's a built-in, my bad. My bad. Didn't mean to offend. Oh, wait. Bald bearded builder. What were you working on? Nothing like hitting pause and wondering why Bash Bunny froze. I'm a winner, dude. I mean, we both just did the same, almost. Mine was worse though. I did almost raid somebody who just went offline. What, you know? Razaza, I'm waiting for your redemption message. I'm waiting. Give me a good second time chat. Otherwise, you're banned. Normally, it's not bannable, but I'm feeling some kind of way. It's okay if you need time to think about it. You can come back another day. My bad, I won't type. Oh, okay. Okay, I scared them off. Sorry. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Ban the threat of a ban is gone. Forever. Testing the waters. Yeah. I work on Power Toys for Windows, so I was doing my J job. Wait, that's sick. That's awesome. Is it open source then? Do they let you show source code and stuff? Delete the message? No, it's there for shame. We keep it up there. It is. Dude, that's sick. I really liked that as well when I worked at Charm, was being able to show stuff for work. The open source things. Pin it then? Oh my God. You guys, I think I'm getting close to the tail end of what I want to do on stream today. I'm sorry to all the raiders who just came in. I appreciate you. Thank you. Charm is the CLI stuff, right? Yeah. Where do you work now? I'm self-employed now. We're doing the I'm getting a content creator loot to survive professionally. So I'm doing that so that I can just hack on whatever open source stuff I want to do. I'm living the dream. That's the goal. I'm trying to be a hashtag influencer, aka a self-employed open source developer who doesn't need to get paid through their open source contributions. That is the vibe now. Because the reality too is like, it's also so hard to get paid to do any open source work. Unless you're working for a company. Oh, honey. Uh-oh. Ched. Uh-oh. What do you know? What's the problem? Yo, it's been a minute since I've seen you, Chad. How you been? What's up? Following you, Chad, you've been around since like my first stream, I want to say. JK, you gonna crush it. Thank you. Hi, self-employed creator. When is your next video? Okay, listen. I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to end the stream now. I don't want to talk about it. We will be live again on Monday. We'll be live again on Monday. I'm going to mute my desktop audio for a minute here. I'm going to take these off so that because I don't need to worry about eye strain anymore. Wait, not yet. Wait, why? Alrighty. Who we raiding? It's not too late for 4 hours of Unite. Stop. Guys, we pivot to Pokemon Unite. This is my job now. It's my job now. 24. We turn it into a 24-hour stream by playing video games for the rest of the day. Sorry, I'm baiting you guys. We can do it maybe on Monday, maybe after some co-working. Or, you know what? Maybe realistically, maybe on an off day. Because wait, they're doing Rust. Maybe on an off day, because otherwise I get too locked in. And then I'm like, wait, I need to finish this thing. And then I work forever. Why not 24/7 stream? That's true. I do not make video games, no. We're just working on some little side projects for little coding projects. Okay, let's read. What do you guys think? Jamie Pine? I recognize them. Do they make YouTube videos? Is that why do you have an AI profile photo? Oh my goodness. I no longer have an excuse to not go for a run. Actually, Red Hot, I will unmod you if you don't go for a run. You will be ban hammered. Just kidding. Maybe we go. Let's get somebody who's like maybe a newer streamer. Let's see. Like a smaller streamer. Working on a shop simulator. Game maker dev. Ooh. Wait, there's a girly. Is this English? I think this is an English stream. You guys ready? Tubbo is doing software and game dev stream. I think maybe we'll read someone smaller. I don't know who is Tubbo? Because I saw them too. But I haven't seen them. I don't think I've seen them stream before. Who are they? What do they do? Wait, let's watch for a sec. I'm going to learn. What do you do? What are you about? Who art thou, Tubbo? Oh, Minecraft? I don't know anything about Minecraft. Should we raid them? All right, we can raid them. Fine. We do small streamer next time. Oh, Shader Theory is online? Oh, I didn't see that. It's okay, too late. Okay, next time. Tell Shader to be online at the next raid. They can get my next coding raid. All right? All right, you guys, go give some love to Tubbo, please. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what Minecraft is. Tell them Bash Bunny doesn't know what Minecraft is. Bash Bunny doesn't know. How do you win Minecraft? I don't know. Bash Bunny wants to know how to win Minecraft. Minecraft wins you? I don't know what the raid message should be. What is a Minecraft? Yes. Okay, we take that, guys. That's the raid. Wait, stop talking. I can't select this. Okay, there we go. What is a Minecraft? That's the raid message. What is a Minecraft? Bash Bunny. Okay, this is the raid message, guys. Paste that into their chat when you get in there. Okie dokes. All right, you guys. I will see you on Monday. Go enjoy Tubbo's coding stream. Keep them on track. We'll keep them unblocked. Don't forget the raid message. Raid forever. All right. Bye.